Class is in session. Welcome to the Hitting the Book show for Tuesday, August the 11th. Ian Cameron, Connor Mack with you, ready to break down another MLB slate on this Tuesday. We'll dive right into it and begin with the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers, where we have Tanner Bybee on the mound for the Guardians, Drew Anderson for the Tigers. Detroit minus 130, 35 home favorites, 8 the total here in this game. Detroit off a very successful road trip, had a great road trip through Seattle and San Francisco last week. They're really playing some good baseball right now. Drew Anderson will get the start here for the Tigers. He's been actually pretty solid of late for them. Bybee for the Cleveland Guardians, who has, hasn't been bad. He's given up 2 runs or less in 3 of his last 5 starts. He did run into some trouble against the Mets. He gave up 3 home runs in his last start to the Mets, 4 runs, 5.2 innings. Not his best start by any stretch of the imagination, but what's interesting is that Bybee, with him on the mound, Cleveland's actually lost each of his last 3 starts. So they haven't necessarily been winning with Bybee on the mound. I really like the way Detroit's playing right now. I don't love this price, but for me, the Tigers are a one-way team. Either I'm betting on them or I'm passing. So it's definitely a lean Tigers for me. C-Mac, what do you think, Cleveland, Detroit?
Yeah, the price isn't great. It's tough to not take the Tigers the way they've been playing. Then they had the day off. Now they're back home after that successful road trip. And it's basically a bullpen day for them. I just don't love this price, really, at all. I've been trying to think to take the Guardians because I think there's a little value with them. But I don't love it. I don't love how they've been playing.
There's a gap in bullpens lately for these teams, and Detroit's bullpen's been great, and the Cleveland bullpen has been absolutely horrific of late.
Well,
something to keep in mind.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks for sure. So I don't know. I thought about the Tigers, their team total. I can't do it though. Where I think there might have been a little bit some value. The value now here, Tigers who have been better at home too, basically all year. I just don't love the price. I'm gonna have to be off.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't love it. I did a small bet on Detroit with minus 122. I was able to get earlier today. You can't get that now. I don't love it where it is right now at the current price. But like I said, I have no interest fading Detroit right now. They're playing well. And I know Cleveland's beating them every game, but Detroit's
shit's fucking up.
Played them. Yeah, but that's back when Detroit wasn't playing well, Robert. It's a different Detroit team right now. They're playing really well at this point in time. They have no better opportunity to beat Cleveland than right now because, like I said, I really like the way the Tigers are playing. All right, Pittsburgh, Miami. We've got Paul Skeens, Yuri Perez. The pitching matchup. It's around even money, 7 the total here in this game. We've talked about Paul Skeens' overs, man. It's just been an over machine with him on the mound. Now, the last game did stay under, barely, 4-2 Milwaukee, but he didn't pitch great again. 3 runs, 5 innings, 4 walks. Walks have been an issue. Home runs have been an issue. It's just been not great from Paul Skeens this year. There's nothing else to say. Yuri Perez has pitched pretty good. Last start, not his best. 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 innings of work. He did get hit by the Pirates when he faced them last year, gave up 4 runs in just 3 innings. I actually found a juiced 6.5 on this total, and I took over 6.5, minus 130 at a couple of books at a 6.5 with juice. Paul Skeens overs, man. There's really not much more to say than that. It's been a strong over pitcher this year, and to get only a 6.5, 3-3, we win a bet. Let's think of it that way. This game gets to 3-3, you cash your over bet here tonight, and I think there's a decent chance it can do that. So for me, it's over 6.5 here for Pittsburgh, Miami. C-Mac, what do you think for Pirates, Marlins?
Yeah, Cleveland hasn't lost all year. I don't know how to put that. I mean, I think 2 different teams, right? They played in May and June.
Different Detroit team right now.
Yeah, a little bit. How you put it? I think it's more on the total. It'd be the under, even though the Tigers are hitting a little bit. Yeah. And you talked about some of the troubles with Cleveland's bullpen, but I think the under could be the only way to go. Money be green, my dude. Yeah, Lindor, Bichette came through huge. We'll get to them later. They got good numbers again. Mets are playing good baseball.
Yep.
But let's get to this one. Marlins here. How do you take the Pirates? How do you take Paul Skeens? I did it once. And he got shoved right in my fuck. What the fuck? Like, there's just, he can't be backed.
No.
at all right now. You've been riding these overs. I don't blame you. Perez has pitched pretty good. What was his last start, though?
It was rough. 4 innings.
Yeah.
It's not one of his best. Like, all I'm asking for is we get 3-3 and we cash it. 6.5. I have to take it at that number.
Yeah, at Atlanta. I mean, he's back home here, where he's been pretty good all year. I mean, he's kind of been the same, his ERA, whether he's been home and on the road. But I think it's about – I mean, the Marlins, it's the only way I could look at this game. Paul Skeens, I don't know what it is. Next year, whatever it is, I don't want him now.
Nope.
Fuck.
No, and that makes 2 of us. I ended up 8.5 is what I got at 8.5 with juice, minus 125 on the over. It's up to 9. I don't hate the 9 either, but and as much as Imanaga's in great form right now, maybe he continues it tonight. Who knows? But the Nationals have hit lefties pretty well this year. So I think the over's worth a look, and maybe because you expect the Nationals maybe to hit the lefties. I mean, do you take a shot with the Nationals as a big home dog? I mean, Irvin is it's a no-go for me with Irvin on the mound, but I could see the Nationals maybe getting some things going offensively here tonight. Again, if they live up to their numbers against lefties on the season, even against a lefty that's been in great form of late. C-Mac, what do you think here? Cubs, Nats.
Yeah, can they do that in this lineup? I think that's the way to look at it. I mean, Cubs are just playing good baseball. Do you want to go against them? They got good numbers. A lot of these guys, there's not a ton of ABs, but Happ, Bush, some of these guys have some solid numbers off. My guy, Jake the Snake Irvin, which I know he's tough to trust. And I worry he could get – one thing is I got to get Imanaga. DeVita, this guy's been pitching great even on the road. Bavano, he's finally settled in. Seems like he hasn't given up more than 2 earned in a start. It seems like in I don't know, around 6 weeks.
It's worth noting,
even a couple road
by
starts.
The Nats back in March. He gave up 4 runs,
early.
6 hits, 5 innings early in the year, but he still struggled against them. Yep.
He did, and this is always his issue. A tad bit is on the road, so the Cubs. I think they're playing pretty good baseball right now. And I don't know. The Nats have made so much money. I've just kind of stayed off them after I lost a few there, and not that they're playing horrible or anything. There's still 2 games under 500 right here. I'm just going to stay off. Yeah, I lean their way here. Nats or nothing. No way. Take the Cubs. Everyone's got to like the Cubs here. I mean, every bet's on the Cubs.
Yep. Every
ticket that I see is on it. Even the big money's on it. So the line hasn't really dropped. This thing's just kind of stayed right about where it's at most of the day here. Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Seattle and the New York Yankees. Brian Wu, Ryan Weathers on the mound in this matchup. We've got the Yankees minus 130 home favorites, 8.5 the total. Actually, more towards 7.5, 8 with the total here, Mariners and Yankees. Yeah, it's Brian Wu on the road, so I don't want Brian Wu, and I don't want Seattle here. It's really that simple. I can't back him on the road. I mean, the road numbers have just been bad all year. It's been consistent. He's been almost dominant at home at times and just can't figure it out on the road. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan Weathers, though. However, his last 2 starts, let's give him some credit. He's been really good, shutting out the White Sox, 7 strong innings, shutting out the Cardinals in 6 innings in his last 2 starts. So he's basically gone 13 innings without giving up a run. And before that, against the Phillies, he went 5.2 innings and only gave up 1 run. So let's give Weathers a lot of credit. He's pitching well, and the Mariners just aren't hitting right now. We've talked about this over and over again right now. So I'm not usually one to back the Yankees as a home favorite, but hey, I could only look Yankees here. I really could. I don't want Seattle, and I don't want Wu on the road. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at this, I thought Yankee team total for the Yankees. I don't really love the lineup. Wu's been that bad on the road. He's that awful on the road, and Mariners can't hit lefties. Not that Weathers has been a lot better. Yep. For him, he's pitched well of late. The Mariners just can't score any runs. Can't score any runs on the road. Can't score runs against lefties. Can't score runs against righties for the most part. But on the road, I guess some of their numbers seem to get a little bit better. It depends on what you look at than at home. Kind of the pitcher's ballpark that it is. And I was just on Wu. I've been all over his coming back home starts. and then fading him when he goes back on the road, and he pitched great. And I had the under, I think, that Tiger game, right? 7 innings. He's had 100 pitches.
Great. Yes.
Yeah, he didn't give up anything. So he could pitch better here, but I don't trust him. Yankees have these lefties in the lineup, even though I don't love the lineup. So I like their team total here. Yankees.
All right, there you go.
Shout out real quick. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone in here. Shout out to all the members. As always, we appreciate you guys. There's some dipshit yesterday. My one loss was the best bet. This guy's like, you guys suck. I always love those.
Blue Jays Red Sox over, and Jameson Tyone, until he got hurt, decided to pitch like he was freaking.
Well, yeah. Hey, you know how many times the best bet's won? I've lost every other fucking bet. Yep. By the way, if this is the show, I've always, at this point in day and age, I cut the best bet. I've never liked it, but we do it for the show.
We do it for the show.
Basically, yeah.
My best bet is not much bigger of a bet than everything else. I always tell people that.
Well, it's for me, unless like football and stuff but like on a daily basis for like NBA or MLB for the most part, yeah, it's the same exact bet for me. But obviously, I told the guy I don't think he listened to the rest of the fucking show. That's why I typed in. And you know why? Because when you do suck, I'd say it. Fuck, I was horrible. But don't write I fucking suck. We suck when we didn't. When everything cashed. So fuck off. You didn't listen to the show.
Outside the best bet, even though the best bet.
Yeah,
exactly.
I moved on the Giants late first 5, which cashed. I didn't move on the Blue Jays. We talked. That was just a lean I didn't take. And I'm glad the Rockies that they didn't do anything. I meant the over in that 8.5. The D-backs got there late. I needed 2 runs and they got it 9-0. But don't talk shit when you don't know shit. So that's all I have to say. Unless I am shit, then you can.
Yeah,
that's all. That's it. And shout out to all our members, the regulars that are here.
Yeah,
they know it. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate it.
There you go.
And fuck off to that guy. Well, hey, I gotta do. Come on, buddy. I don't know what the fuck you were listening to.
Yourself. Yeah.
It's just like beat it. And you know what I say to him? Fuck off. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Go watch fucking Joe Blow.
Yeah, I've had best bet ruts in every show I've done. I've had ruts in the NBA show, ruts in the
And by the way, our ruts are pretty rare. Mine is. I've lost like 4 straight, which just happened. But over the years of doing this show, we've had crazy winners. I've had 17 and 18 best bet winning streaks. That's over. It's almost a month's worth, and we have the weekend off.
Right.
So don't tell me this shit on this asshole. Period, motherfucker. Beat it. If you're listening to this. Whatever the fuck his name was, forget. Beat it
out here. Wow.
Well, you just don't. It's just go somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like liars. He's lying. He's lying when he wrote that.
Right.
So
yeah.
Don't fucking lie.
And you got everybody's.
You're gonna have me come after you.
Yeah. Everybody's got your back in the chat. So
I know that. Shout out to all our guys here. I mean, shit, they know what's up.
Yeah.
All the guys in the green, especially. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
We're just a small channel trying to roll here.
Yeah, well said.
Appreciate you.
Not so small anymore. We're going to be at 2,000.
No, we'll be good.
Hopefully pretty soon. Yeah.
College football too. We'll get rolling. We'll be back to rolling.
No doubt.
Back to the baseball. Sorry, small rant needs to happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And I got to do it. We love you go in your rants too, Benno.
I do. Of course, everyone's got to have
a little rant. We got to give a rant every now and then.
Right.
Don't like liars. Don't lie.
Yeah. Nobody does. Exactly. Especially in this industry, nobody does. Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers. Getting back to
Woo here. Keep that shit off me, man.
Yeah, Woo 1.96 is his home ERA. 6.71 is his road ERA. I don't know if I've ever seen a home and road ERA that different. Absolutely insane how much different he's
crazy right now.
Yeah, on the road versus at home. So I don't hate the Yankees team. It's so sketchy. Their lineup can be so sketchy, but they really should get their team total over tonight. The Yankees. We'll see if they can get their bats going. All right, Red Sox, Blue Jays. We've got Patrick Sandoval, Dylan Cease. Blue Jays minus 135.7 the total. This is like the Detroit game for me. I kind of like Toronto. I don't know if I love the price enough. I love Cease. He has been just absolutely tremendous. He's just absolutely dominant right now. I have no interest going against him. None. Zero at this point in time. And Boston, I'm telling you guys, I've seen it now. That's 3 losses in a row. It's time to get off the Boston Express. They're heading downhill again. They're base running blunders. They're not hitting in the clutch. Poor at bats are starting to creep in again for this Boston team. It was a great run. I made a ton of money riding the Red Sox during that epic win streak, 27-3. But it's not. Nope. It's not time to be on Boston right now, in my opinion. I think they're hitting a slump, I think. And Toronto's played them well. Cease has been just untouchable, it seems. I don't love the price on Toronto, but it's Jays or pass for me. C-Mac, what do you think here?
That's what I thought. And they don't give much run support for Cease. You're kind of looking at can we trust the Jays to score some runs? Here they did against the Phillies. How about the crazy play yesterday, though? That's, in that game.
Knew the rule. Nobody.
No one. As they got it took about 30-minute break. And if they would have thrown to third, they would have got, that's all it had to be. They throw to first, the run counts.
Nonsense, too.
I was crazy delay. I was watching. I know. Fourth hour. That was crazy. Insane to watching that live. Yeah, nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Sandoval's been pretty good. Even this last start, he gave up a couple runs. I still think he lost that first 5, though. I'm pretty sure. Because I've been wanting to fade him. I just some of these Jays have seen him. Can we do something? Vlad here, Springer, Kirk. I don't love the lineup, but I think it's all right here with the Jays. And the price. And we're at 6.5 here.
Yes.
And in this total. I mean, it seems just like a dead under. That's another thing that kind of they just don't score runs for Cease, but I think it'd be a Jays kind of team total. Can his team score 5 runs or 3 runs though in the first 5?
I lean that way. I do a little.
I do. It's a big plus for. I have it circled here. So.
All right, there you go. On we go now. Next up, Mets and Braves. Nolan McLean, Martin Perez. We've got Atlanta minus 130. I think is what we're looking at. Yeah, minus 130 home favorites. The total here at around 8.5 across the board. The Mets, great call by C-Mac last night, and I said I don't really want to go against the Mets, and sure enough, right? I didn't love. And I said Elder's beaten me so many times, and sure enough, don't bet him against him last night, and look what happens. It was just the Mets ended up just rolling there in that game. Actually, I did get in on the Mets small after the show, but not enough. Not enough. It was like one of my smallest bets of the night. But nevertheless, the Mets got it done. Again, it's Mets or pass. I like the way they're playing, man. They're playing with no pressure, finally hitting. What are they now? 6-1 in their last 7 games. Nolan McLean's a capable pitcher. Now, I didn't like his last start against Cleveland. He kind of struggled in that last outing, but still, he is one of the better arms in this team. And I got to imagine Martin Perez is going to get hit at some point, doesn't he? I know he's off back-to-back shutouts against the Nats and the Marlins, hasn't given up a run in 10 innings. But at the same point in time, to me, the Mets are playing well. I don't want to fade them as a dog. It's really that simple. C-Mac, Mets, Braves. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it, Joey. I like the Marlins team total there. But I like 2 bets. This I don't love as much. There's just such a big difference here. Full game, the first 5. I mean, the best line you could get is even money with the Mets. First 5. It's like minus 105 or full game here. It's plus 115. There's plus 117 out here. It could only be the Mets, the way that they're playing now. Their bullpen yesterday gave it up a little bit after the huge lead, and I worry about that because they kind of been pitching better. We talked about, but I think gotta have them here a little bit full game. You know what I like? I think McLean's gonna pitch better. I'm a little scared with this, and Perez has been really good. You talked about those last starts. He hit that kind of wall where didn't really fade him, but just stayed off. But he's been back to pitching really good. The last time here he gave up a run was the Mets, right?
Yep.
This 3 starts ago, 3 earned, 1 walk, 4K with 5 innings. And these are two others. Again, Lindor, good numbers. I think he's 11 for 25. Bichette, 7 for 15. It's just when you're hitting. Yeah, maybe it's the relaxedness. We're just this big ass payroll. The Mets, who are fucking now that we get down under 25 games over 500, it's like play at the end of the year. But yeah, they're playing loose. But the first 5 under here, 4.5, I think is this line's gone up too. This opened 8. There's a lot of over love. There's 8.5s. But I kind of like this first 5 under here, 4.5.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's a lot of good numbers against Perez, which is definitely what I noticed. So, like I said,
That's kind of the scary part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Perez has been great in his last 2 starts, but I continue to think he's not going to keep that up indefinitely. We'll see if that is the case there. All right, Reds.
Oh yeah, I saw the history. Yeah, it's insane.
Pretty impressive.
It's a little like yesterday, in similar numbers. These guys, especially Lindor, like you talked about, Bichette, or some other guys. Yeah, they have good numbers.
Yeah, a lot of Mets have done well against Perez. We'll see if that keeps going tonight.
309.
All right, Reds and White Sox. Nick Lodolo, Sean Burke. Probably a pass game. I mean, I think Burke and the White Sox have the advantage. I'm just not going to lay -150, -160 though with the White Sox here. 7.5 the total here in this one. Reds just got swept at home by the Washington Nationals. That doesn't inspire much confidence. I mean, for me, it could only be the White Sox, but I just don't like this price. Pass, easy, no bet for me. C-Mac, what do you think here?
Yeah, you have to look at their team total, I think, if they get to Lodolo, who's been better. I mean, this Reds team, it just drives me nuts. Like, I don't want to bet them. Who wants to bet the fucking Reds right now? I don't. That's for damn sure. But these prices now, these are the games where I think dogs are live a little bit. I've been bringing up. Like, the price is starting to get big. Everyone loves the White Sox. And one thing, I think Burke's been the best pitcher, especially lately, right? Better than Davis, that's for sure. Here. And he's been good at home. Look at these home starts that he's had. I don't trust an under. I think it's a little bit too low with these two. You know, that something could happen. These offenses break out. But it's tough to see where there'll be runs either. Now look at this Reds lineup. Like, what are these guys doing here? Awful. Their average is awful. It's pathetic. So, yeah, I'm going to pass. This wouldn't be surprised if the Reds win or like a Reds first 5, though. Something weird. A 1-0, 2-1 type game. Could see it.
All right, Orioles and Twins is another no bet for me. Brandon Young, Bailey Ober, even money, 9 the total. I took Baltimore last night, wrong side. It was a rough night for Trevor Rogers. And look, Kramer actually pitched excellent against his old team. I kind of lean Baltimore again here because I kind of like Brandon Young. But Bailey Ober's been good at home, very good at home. Sub-3 ERA at home for Bailey. For some reason, he pitches well in Minnesota. It's on the road where he's had his problems, but he's been really good at home. So it's a no bet for me. I'm leaving this one alone. C-Mac, anything here? Orioles, Twinks.
Yeah, Young's been pretty good. This last start, he just gave 3 runs to the Angels. Like, I want the over, but I don't know at this number if I want it. I mean, that's with the Rockies game I talked about. We'll get to that later. It's 9.5 now today. Like, I think that game goes over. We have 9 in the hook.
Yep.
We had 8.5 yesterday. So that's why I liked it so much. And then we have 9s. There are a few 9.5s. But I would lean over in this game. Can we trust the bats here to keep rolling? Bailey Ober, usually a bit better at home. Your favorite guy, Bailey? Bailey Ober.
He can sometimes Bailey Ober's on the road more than at home. Yeah.
Yeah. Back-to-back starts against the Royals, where a team that can't hit. Got a few runs yesterday. By the way, Royals first 5.
Yes.
Came through. Lost the game. That was a small piece too. Yep. Royals come through. We'll get to it. But yeah, do you really count that as something great? I mean, he had no walks, but he had no Ks in that last start. It's like no strikeouts in 6 innings. Holy shit. So I lean over here in this game, over 9. I hate the 9. Wish we had 8.5.
All right, modest lean over here for C-Mac with Orioles and Twins. All right, Phillies and Cardinals. We've got Christopher Sanchez, Andre Palante, Philadelphia -160, road favorite, 7.5 the total. I kind of feel with this game that it's important to point out with Sanchez, he continues to have these sharp home road splits going on where, he's been awesome at home. He's been almost unhittable at home at Citizens Bank, but he has not been dominant on the road. Over a 4 ERA on the road for him this season. Now, his last road start was better against Baltimore. He shut him out in 6 innings. But before that, he had not been great on the road this season. He has been great in Philadelphia. And they are 5-0 in his last 5 starts. Palante has actually done all right. He's given up 2 runs or less in 3 straight starts. Reds, Cubs, and Yankees. We'll see if he can keep it going. kind of lean St. Louis here. What I would do, though, is this is probably what I'm going to do, is I'm not going to take St. Louis pregame because I'm going to wait for Sanchez to get out of there. We talked about the issues with the Phillies bullpen. They have not been good lately, and they've also pitched a shit ton of innings. They've had to play a lot of extra inning games. They've had to use a lot of their high leverage relievers. What I would tell you is once Sanchez leaves the game, I'm going to look to live bet St. Louis because that bullpen is very, very suspect right now for Philadelphia. Hell, we saw it last night. They had a 6-2 lead. They almost blew the damn game. They ended up hanging on 6-5 to win that game last night. And thankfully, the bullpen implosion at least allowed me, even though I was on St. Louis, it allowed me to cash the over in that game last night with the Phillies and the Cardinals. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I lean St. Louis, but rather than taking St. Louis full game, I would say bet them live after Sanchez leaves and you get that dumpster fire bullpen coming in. Or you do what Steven says. Steven's idea is not bad either. St. Louis full game team total over so that you can also target that bullpen. Because that bullpen of Philadelphia is, it's like pouring gasoline on the fire right now. Watching that Philadelphia bullpen. It's not in a good way right now. C-Mac, what do you think?
Well, how long does Sanchez go?
He averages 6 innings a start. So you're going to get that bullpen probably for at least 3 innings at the end. And that's a bullpen that's very dicey right now.
Yeah, for sure. Palante's been a lot better than I expected. Some of these Phillies have got to him. There's a couple guys like just Arise 4 for 8. Of course, now we talk about him in the 4 hole, maybe more of an RBI spot. And then all these years, always hitting leadoff, takes over 1.5 bases there. But Bryson Stott, this guy's hit. There's a few guys on my radar. He's been hot lately. The last couple of weeks. And he has a small sample, I think, but he has some pretty good numbers here off Palante. But yeah, the price for the Phillies, I think it's a little bit crazy, even with Sanchez on the mound. I like it. Gio, no run first inning. I don't do too many of those. I'm more of a first 3 inning bet, but I know a lot of people do it. If you can find the Nerfy, if you can find cut the juice with it, I don't mind it. Yerfies are even crazier. The Nerfy, you're dying for a run in 1 inning. That get my blood fucking rolling real hot. But I don't mind it just for the first. But maybe this is more, wait live like you were talked about the first couple innings and then hit the over.
Yep,
it's already low here. Talked about 7.5. You get it a couple runs lower. That's the best thing on some of these. Like how you handicap the game, and maybe you don't bet it, but that's why betting live is always so good. We talk about it. To jump on the handicap, which you think is a certain amount that there could get over, like say 4.5 runs, something like that in a game.
All right, Texas Rangers, LA Angels. We've got Cody Bradford for the Rangers and Ryan Johnson for the Angels. Texas minus 145 road favorites. Looking at the total of 9 here, pretty much across the board. This Ryan Johnson guy's just not very good. 7.11 ERA overall, 5.92 home ERA on the season. I mean, Rangers should do some damage here with their lineup, which is not always something you can rely on. But 5-1 their last 6. They've scored 4 runs or more in 5 of those 6 games. So the offense is starting to percolate a bit. I just think Ryan Johnson, for me, is just a straight bet against until proven otherwise. He's walking way too many batters. The home run's been an issue as well. Meanwhile, Cody Bradford, in his return to the rotation last time against San Francisco, pitched well, 4.1 innings, didn't give up a run. So for me, it's Texas, but I like especially the team totals. I like first 5 full game team total over here for Texas. I think they're going to do damage, and I can't trust the Angels lineup against anybody right now. They went into extra innings, and they only scored 1 damn run last night. So you can't trust this Angels lineup at all. So I think it's Texas team totals over for me. First 5 full game. C-Mac, Rangers, Angels.
The price is a little bit crazy. That's why it's cut it down. Like the Rangers first 5 team total 2.5 plus 105. Either they're going to get it or they're not.
Yeah.
Like I think it's going to be pretty early against a guy like Johnson, who's just hot garbage.
Yeah.
Shit. It's not that I trust Bradford, but he's been a little bit better. Like this game, the pitching's so bad a little bit, but I think the number's a little bit too high. It's nothing like
Bradford. The Angels aren't hitting a fucking lick against lefties lately either.
No, look at this lineup. I mean, no offense, but wow. And Mike Trout and Neto, these guys have done. They just kind of hit home runs. Their averages aren't very good this year, and of course the Angels are awful, 45 and 74. So I like it. The plus 105, the over 2.5, first 5 in this game. And yeah, yesterday easy under there. Our Monday West Coast, East Coast to West Coast, my special came through. Couple games.
And I had Texas, so we both cashed in that game last night.
Bradford stinks, but he is what he is.
Yeah, he's the problem is the Angels stink harder with their lineup right now.
That's what gives.
So, like I said, I think Bradford was okay against, like, San Francisco is not much better than the Angels. So, like I said, I think definitely Bradford can pitch okay. More so, though, I'm focusing on the team totals for the Texas Rangers.
I get the Angels team total.
Yeah.
Under.
Yeah. That's hard to bet an over with their team total right now, the Angels, with what we're seeing. All right, Colorado, Arizona, Tomoyoki Sugano, and Mitch Bratt on the mound. We've got Arizona minus 160 to minus 170. Home favorites, 9 the total. I didn't love the spot for Arizona, but I still said going into that game last night, it's such a big pitching advantage, Soroka over Hughes. We had the first 5 full game run line split for Arizona last night, and easy. I mean, it couldn't have been easier to cash those. They were up big early, and they cruised to victory. I'm running it back. First 5 full game run line again for Arizona. They're playing well. I like the pitcher on the mound. By the way, Bratt was excellent last time we saw him. Shut down a San Diego lineup that's been hitting a little bit better lately. So I think he can definitely shut down this Colorado lineup on the road where they stopped. They never hit on the road, Colorado. So I think Bratt can pitch well again here. Sugano, I don't trust him on the road. So I think it's Arizona again. I'm going to go run it back like last night. First 5 minus a half, full game minus 1. Run line, Arizona. C-Mac, what do you think?
All right, I stayed off it just with the over. I don't trust Bratt, and he's pitched well these last couple starts. This guy, I think his last start, he went 7 innings against the Padres. Yep. He did have 3 walks. That's what I'm banking on. He could give up some big hits, but his control just isn't really there. I know the D-backs are playing well. I'm glad I stayed off the Rockies last night. Not tonight. I got to have a piece of him here. Right. I got to have a piece of him first 5. Sugano, hey, he is what he is. He's 11-5. He's gotten some run support. That's what I'm banking on here. So I kind of like the team total, but I think there's decent value with the Rockies first 5. I just don't trust our boy, Mitch Bratt, at all. Rockies first 5.
Yeah, he has still had some.
I lean over, but
right.
We got 9 in the hook here now.
Yeah.
There's some 9s.
He still has had some walk issues. That is a little concerning about Bratt, but like I said, he has minimized the damage, and the Rockies just aren't getting these clutch hits at the moment. That continues to.
Well, they are today.
Yeah, we'll
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we'll see if they do today here against the Diamondbacks playing well. We'll see if they can keep it rolling here tonight. All right, speaking of playing well, how about Tampa Bay? Wow, they just keep on.
Big comeback,
that was for them last night. Nick Martinez, Mason Barnett, Tampa Bay minus 170, road favorites, 10.5 the total. The Tampa Bay minus 1 run line, I ended up getting in on that small last night. I ended up adding the over. Thank goodness I did. And I almost left that off the card. I'm like, I'm going to take this over. Once it fell to 9.5, I said, I'm going to take this over. And sure enough, it did go over. I kind of lean over again. It's a high total, 10.5. Barnett's not very good. Like, he has a 5.56 ERA for the A's. The Rays have proven they can hit mediocre pitching. And this bullpen is it's god freaking awful. It's terrible, this A's bullpen. It was embarrassing, that A's bullpen, what they were doing last night, giving up that lead. So Tampa minus 1. I don't hate Tampa team total over for the full game team total. The full game over 10.5. I think all of those are worth a consideration here. C-Mac, what do you think? Rays, A's.
I know it's hard to make an argument here for the A's. Like Mason Barnett, I don't know what we're gonna get much of that. It's basically a few innings because it's a bullpen game, and the A's bullpen is horrible. So I can't look at them. So maybe it's just that easy with the Rays again. They're winning. They got the big comeback. You got Martinez, who's finally gave it up. I mean, I can't believe how great this guy's been this year. And he's back to really good.
Start against the White Sox, and I thought, boy, that's going to be the start of a downfall for him. And he bounced right back and was great last time again.
right back. That White Sox game was the guy I know a little bit, where when his changeup's not working, 4 bombs that he gave up and just got tattooed. He can still give up the long ball, but he's been able, to keep him down in kind of the solo shots. I mean, shit, he's got a 2.65 ERA. So, yeah, it's tough. We're starting to get a little bit balloon lines, but I can still see how think of it as a little bit of value with the Rays or their team total. I mean, we're not at minus 240 or something yet in these games, which we'll see. I think next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, price is too high. I mean, yeah, I agree.
On the Rays? Oh, there's the Rays. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bargain, but I mean, that's why I went -1. -1 run line. Then I don't have to worry about the price being what it is because
everyone's on the Rays too.
Unbackable, unbackable.
Yeah,
with that bullpen. Unless you're going to go first 5, but Barnett's been no good, so it's hard to trust them first 5 here as well. All right, Milwaukee, San Diego, Kyle Harrison, Buehler, Walker Buehler for San Diego, Milwaukee -125 road favorites, 7.5 total. I mean, Harrison, he just continues to pitch pretty well. I mean, shutout in 5 innings, 3 runs or less consistently, but Buehler, to his credit, has figured things out. He's been really good of late. 5-0 are the Padres in his last 5 starts. I honestly lean to Buehler and the Padres a little bit, but do I love it enough to bet it? I'm not so sure. Lean Padres, don't know if I'll get there. C-Mac, what about you here? Milwaukee, San Diego.
I know, it's Walker Buehler.
It is.
But the Brewers' offense, to me, I just still don't think is very good. We've talked about it. I think it's going to be a problem for him in the playoffs again. I really do. And really, do they have enough pitching? They're going to need something more, or maybe. But when the playoffs comes, just team got to get hot, and maybe they do, which can happen. We've seen plenty of mediocre teams do that, so they really need it. Buehler's been all right. Harrison, just keeps. We talked about Henderson pitching well, even on the road. Harrison, and his last start was really good against the Pirates after kind of giving up 3. I lean to the Padres here. I talk about how I don't really want to bet them a lot. They've had their struggles against lefties too. Slightly lean to this under as well. I always just feel Buehler could get hit. Even against this, I just worry about him giving up 3 or 4. And that's shit on my first 5 under or first 3 under here.
Yeah, that's definitely a legit concern, no doubt with that. All right, Houston, San Francisco. We've got Hunter Brown and Carson Wisenhunt here for the Giants. Houston -170 road favorites, 8 the total. Yeah, I like Hunter Brown, but not at this price for Houston. I'm not interested. Wisenhunt hasn't been very good, so it's probably could only be Houston. I think it is a nice bounce back spot. Actually, no, sorry, they won last night.
They won. They scored, yeah.
They did. I'm thinking of the San Diego game Sunday. No, they played last night. Yeah, they beat San Francisco 6-3. Got the win. I think Wisenhunt's just not good enough to trust. I mean, it's too rich for Houston to back them, but I just don't think Wisenhunt, in my mind, has been good enough to want to back San Francisco here either. So it's a tough game. It's not one I like the over last night. I think Wisenhunt could give up some runs, but the Giants going to score against Brown. That's going to end up being the big question here. C-Mac, what do you think? Astros, Giants.
Yeah, it's just Giants team total under. I can't with Wisenhunt. He hasn't shown anything. No. Don't want to be backed at all. He has better stuff than I think we're just getting hit lately. But then you have the rest of this Giants bullpen, which I don't like. Oh, the last game, though, my other guy who's obviously red hot. I've only been on once. Jackson Merrill. Maybe he's finally healthy. That was my lone other, Jack here.
I like Ian Happ tonight, too. Ian Happ has gone yard in back-to-back games for the Cubs as well. Against
and I think he's 3 for 9 with a bomb.
Yep.
Against Irvin. A couple of those Cubs we talked about earlier there. Yeah, Jackson Merrill. They need it. Tatis has finally got going now. Machado a little bit. Some of these other guys. And a few of these guys have some decent numbers off Harrison. Yeah, I can't do it. I wanted the under here. This is where I want. I just don't trust him. Can't trust it. So I'm off. Buy lean under. Astros, Giants.
There you go. It sounded like the MC Hammer song from 1990. Can't trust it.
Can't trust that shit. Can't touch it.
Yeah. All right, last game. Here we go. Royals and Dodgers. Michael Waka Flocka Flame on the mound for Kansas City. And look who's back. Blake Snell. It's been a while. Back in the rotation here for the Dodgers tonight. His long-awaited return. We've got the Dodgers minus 290, minus 300, believe it or not, still in a couple of spots. And the total 8.5 here. Once again, I'm tempted by Kansas City. Last night, if you took them first 5, you would have cashed. Obviously, they did not hang on for the win, but still 6-5. Dodgers had to use Diaz again last night. Snell hasn't pitched since May, and that start that he made in May and was the only start he made this season against the Braves, and he got hammered, 5 runs in 3 innings. Hasn't pitched since. Do we really trust him? I don't. Not at this price. I'm almost tempted to take the Royals again. Last night I made the mistake of going just full game. I did not split the bet between first 5 and full game. Tonight I'm going to do that with Kansas City. A little bit on the first 5, a little bit on the full game here. And I'm going money line, not the run line. I know that's the more conservative approach, but I'm going to go for the big score here. Money line Kansas City, split first 5, full game. That's what we're looking at. First 5 is plus 210 for the money line, and the full game is around plus 245, plus 250 for the money. I'm going to sprinkle on it. I think it's vulnerable to be laying a monster price like this with a guy that hasn't pitched in forever, that got smacked around in the one and only start he made this year. Now, could the Dodgers hit Waka? Yeah, of course, it's possible. When you look at Waka, he's a guy that struggled against the Dodgers big time in the past. But all those starts were many, many years ago. If you look at his current form right now with the Royals, he's been solid. He's given up 2 runs or less in 3 of his last 4 starts. So just based on the price being just astronomical for a Dodgers team that, they won last night, but barely. Their 2 wins were 1-run victories by the skin of their teeth. So it's not like they're running over teams. So I'm going to dabble in the Royals again here tonight with a small split bet, first 5 innings, full game, money line. C-Mac, how about you here? Last game, Royals, Dodgers.
Yeah, my guy, Kenny, woo. He is. And he's probably the weakest 2-time Cy Young Award winner. No offense to Blake Snell.
Yeah.
And he won 2 of those things.
I don't know.
And there were kind of 2 years where he played his most baseball. Because, he just kind of takes the time off. Whatever. As long as he's ready in October. I can't take him here. I thought his starts have been all right. Yeah, he'll be on an innings count here in this game. This last start in Salt Lake, though, he gave up a couple of homers. I saw a little bit of it. 5 hits, 3 runs. He doesn't go more than, I think, 4 innings tonight or around there. The Royals, are they going to score some runs? They got some last night. I mean, that worked. I think there's value with them. And then it's like the Dodgers bullpen, you ought to go full game. I get why you're splitting it. Like, I try to keep these the first 5. I don't trust their pen right now. But the one thing is Waka, the line's massive. I always love backing this guy. This guy comes through for me. He comes through with unders like crazy. I don't really want that. But the Dodgers find something last night, and they have unbelievable numbers off him. Right. Freeman, all these guys have pretty good numbers off him. Teoscar Hernandez, needs to do something. He's 6 for 11 with a couple homers. There's a few others in this Dodgers lineup. So that's kind of the one thing. But other than that, hey, Max Muncy on a 1-2 count fouled a few off, and they got one inside and over the head.
Yep.
And got it down the right field line for that big clearing triple, 3-run triple. If not, Dodgers still would be they would have
lost that game last night again to the lowly Royals at home. But just you realize that they're big dogs for a reason. Like Kansas City's a garbage team. They are. I mean, they're not very good, but they still almost won last night. They had the lead early, like I said, and the Dodgers aren't worthy of the price right now, and I don't think Snell is either. Quite honestly,
for sure. Max Muncy bomb for sure. I mean, he's only 0 for 4 off Waka, but perfect. He's a perfect profile righty that with his slow stuff, his curve, for a bomb, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Or with that, definitely.
Good stuff. There you have it, everybody. Tuesday card. Hope you enjoyed the breakdowns and the analysis. Stephen Ariston, Robert Carlson, Daryl Turner, Art P, Joey Betts, Wolf Gatto, Kenny Woo Woo Woo. Appreciate everybody here. Geo Bed. Who else have we got here? Rye Cape, Tom McCreena, good to see you. Steve, I've already mentioned Stephen. There's Smoke and Mirrors to you, Sports Investor.
Smoke and Mirrors.
Appreciate all of you. Big O, appreciate everybody in the chat here. Let me see. Thomas Corbett, Nicholas Handy from earlier on. They were in the chat. Brian Elfring, I'm sure, was in there at some point. Where's our guy, Gerald Jones? I don't know if I've seen him yet, but he's usually in there. Jorge Herrera. Randall Sheffield, Money B Green, there he is. Earlier on, there he is. Brian Elfring, I told you he'd be in there. So we appreciate everybody. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. I told you the home run props already that I like. Jackson Merrill for San Diego, and I like Ian Happ for the Chicago Cubs. There you go, Mike. The 2 home run props that I like the most. You can get Merrill at plus. You can get a really good price with Merrill. Merrill's at plus 850 tonight, and Ian Happ plus 430. So pretty good prices.
I'll have his piece of his RBI for sure. Maybe a little bit the jack with Merrill.
Well,
I always like him against lefties.
3 straight games. That's why I love that price, plus 850. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when he's hitting, a good hitter he is. He's not one of these lefties that can't hit lefties. So that's why I think it's solid off Harrison. And lastly, shout out to the members. Check out all our college football members. Just $4.99. Yep. And we're doing the NFL. AFC Thursday.
AFC this Thursday. NFL preview. Yep. We'll go through each division, all 4 divisions there, East, North, South, and West in the AFC, and everything. We'll just talk, about the teams, if there's anything.
Yeah, win totals,
futures, division futures, that kind of thing. And I've got a lot I like in the AFC, so you're not going to want to miss it. Become a member on Thursday. And we will have that for you. NFL, AFC season preview video this week.
Hype?
Members only. Oh, we got your Cox again. Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we got Cox Gate. We'll see if we can get Connor back because we're going to wrap the show up now with best bets. I'll start with mine for best bet. I'm going to go to me, I didn't find it as great a card today. Like there's stuff I'm lukewarm about. Like there's not a lot I love. I really do love the Texas Rangers team total first 5 though. I do. I think they can get 3 runs against this awful pitcher for the Angels, Ryan Johnson. He's not very good at all. I think they can do their damage here tonight early in the game. Texas team total, first 5 team total, over 2.5, minus 110. So there you go. Texas Rangers. Team total over 2.5, minus 110 for my best bet for this Tuesday slate. We got C-Mac back in the house. C-Mac, floor is yours. What do you got for best bet?
Best bet, obviously I like the Mets again. Talked about that, the full game. But Mets, Braves, first 5 under 4.5, best bet. Let's get it.
All right, Mets and Braves, first 5 under for C-Mac for his best bet for this Tuesday night. Great show as always. Tomorrow, speaking of members only, we talked about AFC season preview NFL on Thursday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, members only show at this time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for MLB. So make sure you join us members only tomorrow on the Wednesday show. Become a member. We want to get to 2,000 subscribers on the channel. We want to get the memberships up because we'll definitely be doing some bonus content throughout the NFL and college football season. I know you want to be members so you don't miss those Friday shows once we get
I love the Friday shows.
Yeah.
Well, we go through the NFL pretty quickly. I'd say, 20 over what crazy, and then we go over the small college football, which we kind of don't touch on our Monday show, which I always love. Yeah
because the Monday shows are usually through the week, and we also talk about obviously
the big games
on Saturday, but we get more into the G6 on the Friday members only shows each week. So become a member if you aren't already. We appreciate it very much. Hit the like button on the way out. For Connor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we will be back with you tomorrow on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for a members only edition of the Hitting the Book show. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.